This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Washington football team and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Harold Landry, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And yet again, it's McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it with Williams. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down and goal. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
6 yards left on 2nd down. McDonald sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. Slings this deep from McLaurin. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And Washington has taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Montgomery running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A play fake. Now Fields to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So, great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. He's tired of you.
On 2nd and 7, Fields swings this out here for Cohen. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with McDonald.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's McDonald. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Curtis Samuel there to make the grab.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
On play action, Fields.
Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's McDonald.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Grant on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
Fields now to throw.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down and 7. Here's McDonald to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Reyes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing is McDonald.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
McDonald.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. Flush to his right. Big hold of the 30. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. On first down, it's Fields.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Fields. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. McDonald sets to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for it.